Nature Center again. As you can see, we had some visitors out, and didn't mean to scare them off with the old black sheep, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes they come and go, so you'll probably see a lot more of those hanging around here in some of our videos. So we've been working out at our little place out in the front porting Chugwater, and we just want to give you some updates on that. Okay, starting to get the septic for the little house. Have to have a clean out every 100 feet, so I'm going 25 feet from the septic tank. Our distance is 150 to the little house, so I'll put 25 feet off of it for a camper. And our house is going right there. We'll be able to park a camper by the house too, so we could use it as a clean out for a camper, but you got to go 1/4 per foot. I got me a smart level here, Empire, 1/4 per foot. It's easier to put your plumbing pipes in with some kind of smart level. Mine happens to be an Empire brand. But you can see, I'll turn around so you're not in the sun, there's an 1/8, 1/4, you know, 0, 5/8. You could almost figure out a roof pitch with this thing, I think. That'd be like a, you know, 7/12 right there. But we got to go 1/4 per foot. So, anyways, just make sure you're 1/4 per foot. You know, turn my hat around. I got some new camera. They're point of view sunglasses. But see that electrical conduit? We're chasing. That's just for coax and probably Cat 5 or 6 wire. We're gonna run data. I know we're going to 5G, but eventually it'll be for the little house to have hook up to the satellite or Ethernet, you know. Hardwire I think is always better and faster than wireless, but I know we're getting faster. but it'll also help as a tracer. To hook a radio detector, I have a radio detector like the power company and your utility companies use to find buried lines. We'd be able to transmit a signal and be able to find this in the future if I ever have to do that. Okay, the last 25 feet towards the house, it was quite close to the surface, so we put the pipe at 3/8 per foot instead of 1/4 per foot and put this pink foam over the top of it before we backfilled. We're still able to backfill it pretty deep towards the clean out, but it's about 2 feet to the surface, close to the little house. Okay, we got most our backfill in. Our clean out right here north of that clean out is 3 foot deep, so we're safe from the frost. But towards the little house, about 25 feet from the clean out to the little house, starts going up to where it's about 2.5 feet, maybe 2 feet below the little house there. So we put pink foam up against the little house and pink foam above the pipe before we backfilled it. To prevent frost. We also put it at 3/8 per foot versus 1/4 per foot for the last 10 feet there, so it'll kind of get a head start to get past. And we'll use that clean out for a camper on the north side there for kids in the future. That clean out's about 100 feet away from this clean out. That's what DEQ requires, at least 100 feet between clean outs. So that one there will be for a little house camper, and that one way out there will be a clean out for the house for a camper. Our kids may not want to stay with mom and dad in the big house, but the grandkids probably will, so we'll see what happens in the future. We're going to give them good power, 50 amp, 30 amp, whatever they want for their campers. And we'll come in and backfill this some more after we put siding on and get it all cleaned up better. But yep, we got this all buried up to the little house now. Well, we cleaned up the north side of the sidewalk now and uncovered that old well. That well's about 21 feet deep, at least to a junk pile they threw down in there. It's abandoned. There's nothing down there. We're gonna fill that thing up, and we don't want our grandkids falling down in there. So we're just gonna fill it up and put a cap on it or something, or make a fire pit right there or something. I don't know. Might just make a fire pit after we get it so full. Anyways, we're not gonna let that be there. May have been a windmill well with all these anchor points all over the place. We don't know, but it's like bye-bye, we're done with it. But it's cleaning up pretty nice now, getting ready to do some more work on the septic tank.